Hi, ladies. Today is Sunday, November 8th, 2020. Michaela is exactly 16-month-olds today. Um, it's crazy how quickly it has flown by and how many milestones we have seen in this amount of time. What is she doing now? I think the biggest thing, and I don't know if this is a milestone, but her behavior. I know I've mentioned that, but she's more whiny and crying for things that she doesn't, uh, well, for anything actually. If you take something away, if it's something she wants to do, I think what's funny is if I tell her to stop doing something, and she knows what I'm saying, she will like look at me and I guess be sneaky and kind of like look at me and maybe still proceed to do it slowly. And then, like looking at me while she does it as if she's like, are you going to say anything? And then what's also funny is that sometimes I will say something to her and she'll start crying, even though like nothing happened, but it's something she wants to do, and I told her not to do it. And so she just starts crying just because she knows she wants to do it, and I told her not to do it. It's crazy, the way that she is learning how to respond, I guess. But I know it's all personality based, and she is definitely headstrong and wants what she wants. She's also climbing a lot now. I didn't experience a lot of climbing until recently. In the last few weeks, I think she had just started climbing on the couch, climbing on anything she can climb on. And so that's definitely another thing that, you have to look into for baby proofing, is that anything that they're going to climb on, or you think they may climb on because you don't really know what they're going to climb on, that is secured, or that, you're watching them. Thing about her climbing on the couch is that she hasn't figured out how to get off the couch. So Michaela tends to think that she can literally just like step off of something, like, as if she's walking across the floor. And I'm like, no, so if she's on my bed, she has been known to think we're always there to get her, but to think that I'm just going to keep walking on the bed and just walk right off. And she tries to do the same thing on the couch. So I'm trying to, I guess, figure out a way to teach her how to get down off the couch, even though I don't really want her climbing on the couch and jumping on the couch, but how to get off the couch without just, stepping off and ending up with a rude awakening. Anyway, I wanted to just tell you about, and it's not really a review because I haven't actually used it yet. So I think in the months after giving birth, maybe even up to like maybe 9 months after giving birth, I had what I guess they call stress incontinence, which I guess that's what it's called. I self-diagnosed it, by the way. So, no one ever, no doctor or medical professional told me this, but prior to getting pregnant and even being pregnant, even now, I used to see commercials for women with bladder leaks, and I'm just like, why would women have bladder leaks? I just couldn't understand what causes a bladder leak. Well, many things can cause that, but childbirth and sometimes just getting much, older as women age, unfortunately, is a thing that could happen. Now, it doesn't have to, but it could. And childbirth, again, doesn't have to, but it could happen because that weakens the pelvic floor muscles. And so even when you're pregnant, I had a lot of pelvis pain when I was pregnant, and like lower the pelvic bone, like, yeah, I just had lots of pain in that area. And I was always trying to figure out, I had one of those belts that was supposed to help alleviate the pain, which really didn't help for me. And, when you're pregnant also, they talk about doing Kegels to help with pushing out the child, during childbirth and all of that. Kegels are supposed to help. And then after you have your baby, Kegels are supposed to help restore the pelvic floor muscles, which are all often, not always, but often weakened during the pushing and the childbirth. And so those pelvic floor muscles help with controlling your, lots of things, but with your bladder and your flow. So sometimes with stress incontinence is if you sneeze or if you laugh, maybe even cough, and there may be other things that cause it too, but you might have a slight bladder leak or maybe even a full bladder leak. So I was finding that if I sneezed, I might have like a little bit of a dribble of urine. And so I was always like, what, I'd never had that prior to having the baby who was upstairs crying. But I never had that prior to having her. So I was just wondering what was, what could be causing that. And so as I researched it, I found that it was like, okay, stress incontinence and doing Kegels could help. But you could do Kegels like by tightening the muscles, but I was never good at doing it and keeping up with it. So I decided to buy something to assist with it, and I have not used it yet. I did research these quite a bit, and this has, I'm going to say full disclosure, it has so reviews. So I purchased the Joy On, and this is, you can see, that's exactly the shape, I guess. I actually haven't opened it. It's actually still wrapped in plastic. But this is supposed to help. Now, the reviews were so-so, more positive than negative, but still there were negative reviews. This actually cost $70, and I was not willing to spend $70 on something that I might not like and can't really return. So that's the thing, like, because of the way that you use this is not returnable. So, so I wasn't willing to spend it. But then I purchased it on Amazon because they sent me as like lightning, one of those lightning deals that they have. They had one and they were sending me a thing for this. I had looked at lots of different models. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it open while I talk to you. Lots of different models, but in different brands. But this one in particular had was down from $70 down to $50. So it was roughly 50. I think it was $51. So it was almost a $20 discount. So I told myself if ever I was going to try it, I might as well try it with the lightning deal, because other than that, I probably wouldn't have purchased it, just because I like to be sure, and if I can't be sure, I'd like to have a return option. And like I said, it's not really a return option on this. So if you look at, I just took the plastic off and opened the top of the box, but it says in here is, they call it the key, I guess it's pronounced Kehel, it's Kehel, the USB cable, a pouch bag, and the user manual. So the reason that some of the reviews that I read about this was that it, this connects to, you have to download the app, and it connects to your phone by Bluetooth. Sorry, it's like really stuck in the box. And it connects, it connects by Bluetooth. And I think a lot of the reviews were saying that sometimes the Bluetooth doesn't really sync, and they had trouble connecting with the I don't know what you call it, the device. And so that was the problem that a lot of people had, is that they had problems connecting with the device and things like that. So that's something that I hope doesn't happen to me, because like I said, I cannot return it, and I'm just taking a shot. So let's see. So here it is. This is the box, outside of the outer box. And so it says, another thing I forgot to mention, the pelvic floor also helps with improved sex and, I guess, tightness of the vagina. So it's supposed to make sex more enjoyable if you tighten the muscles in the pelvic floor, or the pelvic wall, or whatever. But I do think this company must also sell sex toys, because if you look here, It says joyontoys.com. So I think they might sell like vibrators, and I do think that this one may have that function. That's not why I purchased it personally, but that if you're into that, that has an added benefit. So I just opened it, and the first thing is the user manual. And this is basically, it's inside the box. And it's a note from the owner. They do give you 100% satisfaction guarantee. And there is supposed to be like a support number that you can contact. And some little message, I'll read that later. If you have difficulty with the product. So maybe they'll help if it doesn't work right. It's a little packet of water-based lubricant in here. Just a little sample. And here's the little bag that you can store it in. The USB cord to charge it. And the device itself. So I think this is the antenna that has the Bluetooth. And there's also, here's a little on and off button. If you could see, it's right under my pinky. Right here. Which looks like, I think you're supposed to put all of this inside you. So I guess that means the button will be inside you, which is a little weird, but I guess that's how it works. So I guess this is this, you know, and I guess this hangs out. I haven't read the instruction manual yet. That is what I'm thinking. So I am going to give it a try, and I am going to have to review it afterwards, but I just wanted to show you what it was. There are lots of other options out there. There are Benoit balls and some weighted balls that you can increase the weight that aren't that don't require an app or anything. The reason I wanted to try this was because it has the app, and the app is supposed to let you know or rate you on your development and your progress and how well you're doing the Kegels. And so it's supposed to be like little games and different things on the app. Again, I haven't tried it. That kind of help you and guide you with doing the Kegels. So that's what's supposed to be in here as far as this one. So that's why I wanted to try this one as opposed to some of the others that don't necessarily give you any response. But do you need a response? So I know I'm kind of back and forth. There was another product that I looked at that was also 50, since I got this one at 50. I was like a set of different weights and weighted balls, and you start with one ball and you hold it for 15 minutes. As long as it didn't fall out, you increase weight. I did consider that, but like I said, because this was on a lightning deal, I chose to get this one. But I haven't tried it yet, and I will try it, and I'm going to come back and do an update video where I kind of give it a review and what I think. All right, ladies, so I just wanted to share this with you. I think it's good to do Kegels even if you don't have stress incontinence or any type of incontinence. If you're having a baby, if you had a baby, if you want to improve sex, apparently it's recommended. So, but I'll let you know what I think of that product there. All right, I will talk to you soon. Stay safe.